we've certainly got a lot of bikes laid out in front of us here, and you know what? They're all here for a reason, because every one of these bikes has its own class here in the Australian Superbike Championship. Of course, this is the king of our championship, and that is why we call this championship the Australian Superbike Championship. This is, of course, is an inline four-cylinder R1, which races in the superbike class. Now, there's a few different bikes out there and a few eligible superbikes. Of course, we've got Mike Jones on his 1299, which is actually 1199 Ducati. We've got Honda are involved as well. There's Kawasaki's. Basically, the rules are you've got to fit a fiberglass fairing, small engine modifications, and you can go racing. Put a rear shock in this thing, and that is what a superbike is. If you are building up to that, you might want to look at something like this. This is our Super Sport class, which is pretty similar to the 1000cc, but of course it's got a smaller engine capacity. You can also run a 3-cylinder 675 against these 4 inline 600s, and that's the rules for that. Come and have a look at this though, because there's more. If you're just getting into racing, perhaps you might want to get on something a little bit smaller, and we've got production bikes for that. But it's more complicated than that, because we allow lots of different capacities to race together. The way we do that, of course, is we allow things like the KTM 390 race against the Yamaha 320. Now, of course, the KTM is a single cylinder, and this is a twin cylinder, which makes them both fairly competitive. Kawasaki have an under 300 bike, of course, which races against these in a different class. And this is the Kawasaki representation, and it's been very successful to date in years gone by. This year, for the first time though, we've got the R3 Cup in our championship, and it's proven to be very popular. Why? Because this bike here, you can buy for $7,900 and go racing. It comes pretty much ready to put on the track. And I'll tell you what, that's pretty cheap racing. If you've watched TV, you've seen the GP bikes, of course, and in Australia we've got a long heritage with GP, lots of champions. Well, we represent that here too. Of course, this is a Moto3 bike, pretty much the same as what you see on TV racing in the World Championship. So we have those Moto3 bikes that run around in their own class. Incorporated in that class, of course, is the older 125s that ruled the roost before these Moto3 machines. Of course, the reason that we still run 125s is because there's so many of them in sheds scattered around. We want to give everybody a chance here in this championship. Boy, when I have a look at what is actually there, there's a massive choice, and that's what I like about this championship, the real opportunity to give everybody an opportunity to race their motorcycles. Well, I don't know what your favourite is or what you think you might like to try out, but I'm heading back up the other end because that superbike class seems to have my name all over it. See you next time.